What is up, everybody? It's Caster Master Outdoors here. I'm at the spot that I showed you guys in my preseason update video. Today is November 1st, 2025, the opener of beaver trapping season here in southern Wisconsin. And I've got a couple 330s with me, my trap setters, and we are going to slam some steel in the ground. And I'm trying to keep my voice down because it's still early in the morning and maybe there's a chance that I'll see one. But we are going to get some traps in the ground here. And hopefully we'll have some catches for you guys. I already see a caster mound across the way over here. There's a lodge behind this fallen tree. There always has been. And then there's another small lodge up this way. And the beaver were up in here doing a lot of work. You can see they've got it dammed up over here. So I'm going to get some sets in the ground. In fact, I haven't really poked around too much. So I'm going to kind of poke around a bit and see if I can find some good spots for you guys. I mean, the sign looks great. Look at all this corn stalks and stuff they got in the water. Dam looks like really fresh. Down this way, there's a bunch of bank dens I've set in the past, and I've caught a lot of beaver out of those. So we will kind of hop in the water. I don't know how deep it's going to be because of the dam, but I'm kind of actually thinking right here that maybe there's a little bit of an indentation in the bank right along the side of this partial dam. I'm kind of thinking that we maybe just throw a caster mound in here, but without looking at more of the sign, it's a little hard to tell. It's this tree was not here, I don't think, before, so this must be freshly chewed down or knocked over. There's a lot of stuff to trip on. Like, I almost just pulled my groin slipping on a log. We'll have to just poke around and see what we got. So please stay tuned. This should be an epic adventure. All right, everybody, let me get out of here. But I'll show you first what I did. Put 2 sets in. So right here, there's a bank den. And there's another one right up here where that corn stalk is in the water. This one here is really shallow, like just big enough for a beaver to sneak in. This one here is a lot deeper. That one already has a corn stalk over the water, or in the water over the hole. And I don't think that beaver can fit underneath it to dive to get into that bank den. So unless that corn stalk moves, I don't think the beaver is going to use that hole. They're most likely going to use this one. So I found a big log, stuck it in the clay bank to kind of make them dive, and I stuck a 330 in the run going up into that hole right behind it, staked it off good. Now my cable sheared off as I got the trap out of the truck, so I wrapped it around my anchor stick real good, gave it some good tugs, and it didn't go anywhere. The current's not real strong and it's not real deep, so even if a beaver gets away with that, I think I should be able to find him just floating over here somewhere. But I don't think he's going to get away. So then I'll take you back this way, actually. I have more traps in the truck. I just have other spots that I want to hit, and so I don't want to use them all. And then find some other better spots as I kind of go about my morning. So I'm only going to put 2 traps in at this location. I can always add more later or move traps around as needed. But right up in here, so corn stalk underneath the bank. And right here, ooh, scared me. Big fish just swam by. So there's this deep channel that goes way back to the cornfield, and I'm pretty sure that's where they're getting all their corn from. I can take a walk back there in just a second. I have caught a beaver in this channel before. Just blocked it off, put a dive stick over the top, and then they were going back there. Oh, I think I put a little bit of a stick with some caster back there too. So anyways, but they were going back there. Looks like right here, there's a bank den. It's actually wide enough for a big beaver to go in and out. And then right here, there's another pretty big bank den. And actually there's a bit of a trail. The bank's all slicked up here. Beaver are coming in and out of here all the time. So I mean, there's lots of good spots at this location. Just gonna take a little walk back here and see what the beaver have been up to. Doesn't look like they've beat down a trail too much. At least over here. Oh yeah. Bang. So this is where that channel comes in and out. That's unbelievable. Look at this trail. Okay, so down there's that deep channel going back. Look at this. Guys, this is wild. So, all the way back. Lots of corn cut. So we walk through a spider web. And then they go right up underneath this fence. Look how much corn they've devastated back in here. Wow, okay, so I wasn't going to look at this, but now that I see it, I am 100% grabbing another trap and sticking it in that channel. And we're definitely going to catch a beaver there. So I'll end this little part of the video here, guys and girls, if you're watching. And I'll get a trap in, and we will move on down my setting line for the day. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have a lot of catches for you, at least a couple beaver. I just saw a car pull up behind my truck and stop. So hopefully that wasn't an anti-trapper stealing traps out of the back of my truck. That would make me so mad. But is what it is. If that's the case, that is. They probably just saw someone wandering around in the creek and were wondering what someone was up to. This is public land. So I'll end this little video here for you guys, and hopefully tomorrow, like I said, we have some catches. So please stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Tight chains, everyone, and peace out. Bye. All right, at stop number 2 here, and this is my backyard. Actually, it's my parents' backyard. But if you look right here on the bank, massive castor mound. You can see the beavers just slicked all that up. They cleared out the grass so it just sticks out like a sore thumb. And yeah, they're definitely using that. It looks super fresh. I saw this a couple weeks ago. It looks just as fresh as ever. So they're probably visiting this every day. As I walked up here, I don't know if you can see it because I just kicked up a bunch of silt, but there's actually a muskrat run that goes up underneath that. So I'm going to take a colony trap and stick it in that run, see if I can get some muskrats too. But I was looking for like a funnel point because That's kind of a little bit on a point. There's not really a good spot to funnel the beaver through. And I just went right over here. And I could see there was a little indentation in the bank. It kind of went back. It looks like maybe a muskrat trail or a mink trail or something that goes back there, but they kind of made a little funnel. So I was like, that's a perfect spot to kind of get my trap in there. And you can kind of just see the center of the screen. I've got my jaws and my trap there. I kind of covered the sides with the grass that was around the area and just kind of staked it off. Shoved a stick in the ground over the top to kind of funnel them through there a little bit. And then those 2 sticks on the side are holding my trap, so I don't think anything will get away with it. But yeah, and I put a little bit of caster back there. So far I put 4 traps in today. I got a bank den set, a trail set, it's kind of a blind set, and a caster mound at the other property, and then this is the backyard, and I've got 1 caster mound set in over here. And as I was jumping in the creek, a muskrat swam out right in front of me, so I know there's rats in here. There usually are. Oof, look at all this. Some good sign back here too, like just good old muddy spots on the bank here. Fresh peeled green stick floating right here. So I mean, those are probably just from the beaver just making caster mounds, but it's worth getting back there and checking to see. Looks like there's maybe a rat feeding pad back in here. Yep, just all nice muddy beat down spots. Looks like there's a trail going back there. I have caught, I think, a raccoon back here before. Oh, and then there's just more mud and grass up there. Yep, so this is definitely a super hot spot for beaver. So I would be shocked if we don't have a beaver here in the morning. There's that caster mound. I think this is all the traps I'm going to put in for today. I might get out a little bit later and look around some more, check out some other spots. But at least for beaver traps, this is all I'm going to put in. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you whenever we get catches, which we should have some tomorrow. So, ci vediamo. And we'll see you on down the trap line.